Well, do not throw away your masks just yet. That's the caution from the Health Minister, Dr. Joe Phaahla. Government announced yesterday that the wearing of masks is no longer mandatory. Phaahla, however, is advising those with chronic illnesses to use masks if necessary. Our reporter Heidi Giokos following the story for us. She's joining us now in the studio. Heidi, just to show you, I still have it. It's in my pocket, okay? I haven't thrown mine away yet because just, yes, just for control. Okay, tell us, what did the minister say?
That's very funny. But it's very important that you do still have your mask, Bradan. But what we do understand is that the health minister has indicated that it's not necessary as yet for anyone to throw away their mask or to stop wearing their mask if they don't wish to do so. We know that the 3 remaining COVID regulations have been done away with. That speaks to mask wearing outdoors or indoors. That also speaks to the limitation of gatherings and events, and also the fact that you don't need a PCR negative test or proof of vaccination to enter the country. So that is what was remaining with the COVID-19 regulations. That's now been done away with. Why? The health minister indicating the fact that the 5th wave wasn't as alarming or as concerning as predicted. The first 4 waves were very worrying and devastating, caused massive devastation. So because our numbers are very low, the data shows that government can ease restrictions even further, and this is why government has said you don't actually need to wear your mask indoors any longer. However, the health minister making it very clear that if there is a school or a facility or a restaurant or any kind of facility that still feels as though those entering and are indoors need to have their masks on, they can still implement that policy. But in terms of government's regulations and whether or not it's mandatory, that now falls away. Let's listen to Health Minister Dr. Joe Phaahla.
What is off the table? It's a compulsory wearing of mask in certain settings, which over the last 3 months or so was only in indoor meetings and indoor settings. So that the compulsory nature. But we emphasize the fact that masks have proven to be very good in preventing, especially respiratory transmission of respiratory diseases. And we also need to maybe just add to say we would still encourage citizens, especially in indoor settings, especially where they are gathered with other people, feel free to wear a mask because it has shown, the mask has shown to be helpful in terms of preventing especially respiratory transmission of respiratory diseases, especially if you consider yourself and your practitioner medical advisor as at risk in terms of age, in terms of comorbidities like diabetes, heart disease, and respiratory diseases, chronic lung disease, having had TB, for instance, before, and all those kind of ailments. So I would want to urge all South Africans that don't feel embarrassed simply because government has said it's no more compulsory. All that we are saying is it is in our hands now to make those decisions, as also advised by our health advisors.
Yeah, I guess you're going to have to also to really take charge of your own health and make sure that you look after yourself if you're vulnerable and all those conditions that the minister was talking about.